Recording.
Well, hello,
It did
everybody,
just change.
and welcome to the Prosperity Mastermind. It's OMG, it's March 29th. So we're speeding through the first quarter of the year. I don't know how we're doing it, but we are going to have April 1st in the next couple of days, which is that fun, happy day, right? Anyway, thanks for coming tonight to, to just share with us, to be in a space of possibility, to I don't know, just be generating like, okay, my life looks like this, and I want it to be something else possibly in some areas, not all of them, but some of them. And we are here to talk about how to move our lives forward in the directions that we all want them to be in. So, why don't we start with, why don't we read one of the paragraphs from our team mastermind? And then, Kathy, did you give me sharing ability?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. And we'll do a round robin. So everybody, let's see, there's this, how many are here today?
Marcia just
One,
joined.
two,
Okay, so we have 8 people.
Yeah.
I don't know how many lines there are. I think there's at least 8. So why don't we just count off?
1,
2,
3,
Well, Madeline and Kim, you can't both be 4. So someone choose a 5.
6.
Marcia.
I don't know what we're doing.
So we're counting off to read the sentences of the document that I'm going to share in a moment. It's our mastermind template. Do you want to play?
Sure.
Okay, so you'll be 7 and I will be 8. Okay, here we go.
And Kim, I'll be 4. You be 5. So we'll get that straight.
Here we go. Is that big enough for my friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, ladies, take it away.
All right. Our 90-day vision. We are so happy and grateful now that we are experiencing a level of freedom that allows us to create incomes that enhance our families' lives, that enrich the lives of others.
we are receiving 50% or more per week increases in cycles in our isogenics organizations with ease and grace.
exponential growth is a natural byproduct because we are filled with joy, hope, and inspiration.
Our futures call to us every morning, and we practice our daily transformational devotions with joy.
We are empowered messengers of God's generous gifts.
Our abundance overflows and touches those we have yet to meet.
We impact communities and bring true freedom to those who are ready. And this ripple effect is a function of our divine connections.
Our team culture is the art of well-being, and we naturally support each other in its full self-expression.
We are truly blessed, and so are our friends and family.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah,
Hey, women.
be women.
You know, in San Diego, the Museum of Man is now the Museum of Us.
Oh no, really?
Yes. Oh, yes. And the us is like, or the man is like slash marked. Yeah, I know.
Well, progress happens whether we like it or not. And, you know, some people might not even call it progress, but movement. Things that evolve, things that change, right? Change is inevitable. And I think one of the things that we might want to bring into our conversation, and I know that I was looking, oh, that's right. Amy is not going to be on the call, but Lynn, Madeline, and myself, we were chatting this morning. And I didn't have a chance to listen to Dave's call yet today. Amy brought in a really interesting idea, and we're going to do like a little kind of like a fireside chat again. We've been doing a lot of those, but I think they've been really productive just to bring in an idea and then to talk further about it. So the sentence that Amy shared with us, which we really like for the next 45 minutes, just the three of us, we went on about, and it was how Dave MacArthur talks about life and living a full, empowered life and having success and having joy and love and all those things available to you. It's really, it starts with with it being an inside job. And I my interpretation of the inside job is really just walks me back to my life is started within here. Like events happen on the outside and I have to respond to them. How I respond to them, though, is completely my choice. And so when I respond in a way that either is like a default or unconsciously, like I'm not aware, I really rob myself of having really what I want. And so becoming mindful, becoming aware, you know, and Lynn, she said something about the joy and the happiness, but gratitude. Would you speak to that a little bit? Because you really are the queen of gratitude on this call.
Well, I'm actually not remembering she said that, but I think it's all, creating that frame of mind. When you wake up in the morning, I remember the Miracle Morning from Hal Elrod. I love that book, but really waking up with gratitude. And it just seems like it kind of helps me like get into action, get in, have that right frame of mind, just to be grateful for the day, be grateful for whatever. And so I think doing that as a practice for me has really been beneficial. So.
And would you say that the gratitude writing at night and then the gratitude thinking in the morning, or what do you do?
Yeah, I think writing it out in the morning just kind of sets my mind in the right spot. Yeah. But I think about it at nighttime too. So I have actually done it both times, but that's a lot of writing.
I just got back from a trip to Oregon with 3 other couples. And it was interesting to see the dynamics of each of those couples. One, they've been married for many years and still in love and just really fun to be around. And another one, same. And the third one, you could tell that there were lots of strain in their relationship. And the man was kind of like Eeyore, just kind of a Debbie Downer. and I just noticed the energy around that. And I found myself asking him questions to kind of draw out ways that he could be different, that he would come up with, And we had a conversation about the 5 love languages and all of that. So it was kind of cool that I could be a contribution to him in that way. But it was just a notice that, I love being around positive people, so much more fun.
I'll never forget Lenny Evans. I think he said he always starts his day with a gratitude walk. So when I go out jogging, I just mentally think and really am present, to nature especially, but also about just our health and this team, my family. There's just so many things that we can focus on that are positive, right? So I think that's great. And then to end the day with a, journaling or whatnot would really be great. I don't always do that, but I think it's a good habit to get into, go to sleep on a positive note as well.
Yeah, and during your day, stuff is going to happen. Things are going to be said, done. You're going to be taking action. The action will either, end up being the thing you want or the thing you don't want, or you're just moving something forward. So, because I know for me, if I feel like I have to be happy all the time, and I think Dave talked a little bit about that this morning, like really taking your emotional state and staying in that upper vibration. We've talked about that on these calls before. But I will tell you that sometimes when I'm not happy, I'm scared or angry, that's the other thing isn't available to me. So there's a gap, right? There's a gap between where my vibration is serving me and where my vibration is not. But I also get that if I can hold that lesser, that lower vibration, if I can hold it with some kind of love and sort of like a mom with a child who's throwing a tantrum, and even with the idea, what is this feedback that I'm giving myself right now? Because I'm not happy right now. So what have I been doing? Or what am I thinking I'm needing to do that's putting me in this mood? Or what did someone say to me that triggered me? And I think that if I can again, I can't control the outdoor experiences like when they happen, but I have all the control over who I can be around them. And I think for that, even when I'm unhappy about something or sad or mad, those are just moments that if I can bring myself to a space of, okay, got it. So this is where you're at. So how long do you want to stay there? That's the first question. And sometimes I'll be mean with myself when I'm feeling mean, and then I'll laugh right away because it's so human to have those moments of being just in your stuff. But really what I get is when I want to be powerful, it's when I can transform that stuff. So how fast can I transform it? And that's the question I ask myself. Sometimes I can do it instantly. And I notice that if I practice that, I do it faster and faster. But if I take a couple of weeks off, sort of like dieting or working out, it takes longer to get back to that state again. It's not permanent. You have to keep recreating
Yeah.
it each time.
You build a muscle. Yeah, I just along the lines of not always being happy. And I love what Lenny and his do because I remember that. I think it was in Clemmer that they talked about how can you be grateful for the things that feel more like tragedies in your life. And I'll just bring the example of Eddie. I talked about it this morning. They had asked him, how can you be grateful that your mom died when you were 22? And he thought about it for a while and he thought, wow, I never would have met Madeline. And thankfully he is grateful that he met me. I'm glad for that. But, it's something else we can look at. Like sometimes something will happen in our day and we're not happy about it, but it may not be that tragic, right? But how can we be grateful for it? Like, for me, I try to kind of look at like, well, maybe something can come out of this. If nothing else, I could say, well, at least I'm stronger. If something happened and it didn't work out well, I'm tougher. So I find that that's also a good thing too. And then from there, I could easily do what you did, Ariana. Then I can start to really flow with being grateful. And sometimes, I'm just grateful for that first cup of Isogenics coffee in the morning, but sometimes that's all you need, right?
I had a great counseling session this last week. I'm still looking for a roommate right now and still dealing with a lot of health issues. But but he said, the journaling, and I had stopped journaling for a while, and to journal both morning and evening, because especially at evening, because in the morning you wake up and you say, is that how I felt last night? And there's that joy in the morning. And this morning, the other thing is that intention is nothing without action. And you can be as intentional as you want to be. And if you don't get into any action, what good is the intention? So today I wrote an intention because I was really feeling into a little bit of victim stuff. And I wrote my intention to love, honor, and respect myself and be grateful for all that I have, knowing that I always have way more than I'm aware of. And to just trust in the Lord with all my heart and know that He's going to direct my path, and then focus on the actions that will bring me that peace and contentment. And all of a sudden, it just started flowing about. I just started putting bullet points of actions for today, and there was a whole new day ending with miracles while I was swimming tonight with a person that could possibly be my roommate. So it's
nice.
just the letting go. That the first one that I put down as an action was let go of my ego, which in parentheses is edging God out, and let go and let God be my guide to direct my path. and the timeline was now and every day forward. So I think I'm going to claim that every day.
That
because
is such a great practice. For a while there, and you reminded me, I had a practice of having a headline for the day, a declaration of what the day was going to look like, and I kind of fell out of practice of doing that. And thank you for that reminder. I'm going to start doing that again. Because when you have a headline,
I had a great day.
Actually, an intention, then the actions sort of naturally come along with it in order for it to be so.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is nice to have a little silence. I think that we sometimes rush to fill space. And there's a lot of reverence and grace in silence. Because what it says to me is everything's complete. It's complete and whole, nothing to fix, nothing wrong.
Nothing in order to make something happen, but just in that space of being, and just looking at all these beautiful faces, the gratitude is overwhelming.
Now I know we were going to talk about a couple of other like tooly things. So Lynn, why don't you take a moment when you're ready and talk a little bit about what you shared with us this morning about QR codes and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I've been listening to different podcasts and things like that, and just thinking, gosh, I want to create a QR code that's got, a link that'll take someone directly into my site so they can sign up and buy the collagen. So I've been kind of researching that and listening to some different people in the business that have ideas and are working actually in salons. And so one of the ideas, and I think a gal named Casey Tom is who I heard it from. But anyway, she created some flyers, like either postcards or flyers. And on that postcard, she had 2 different QR codes, one for the 6-pack, one for the 4-pack. We talked about maybe just having one because they can alter that in the back office. But anyway, that idea and the way she said it was that, you approach your salon person. And what I did, I gave my salon person actually a whole box of collagen last time I was there. So, so what I want to do now, I have to get back with her and ask her, hang on. Oh, yay. Jeremy had to share news. So setting up like what she did is she actually made little gift bags for her salon person to actually hand out to her customers. And so she got this cute little tissue paper that kind of matched the color of the packaging in the collagen. And she made them for her, put one bottle in, and then she made these little postcards. And on the postcard, it had a way for that person to learn a few details about the collagen, and then they can go, if they're interested, they just put their camera, and read the QR code, and boom, it would take them into the site, and they can order right then and there. So really hands off for the salon gal. And so I was thinking about, doing something that was my gal after I talk with her and see if she's open to that idea. But again, I want to create something that's got the QR code. We kind of played around with it today on our call, and we realized that all of us have access into specifically a direct line into the collagen on our site. So mine would be like www.linlap.isogenics.com/collagen. And it would take them right into that site. So that's a QR code. Is that really not a QR code, but is that really a link with the www? It has to be a URL. It is. That's considered a URL. Okay. So then we could take them right into that. So, and I also learned on this call that, because I was thinking, gosh, for me to help some of my people that want to start sharing the collagen, it's like, you don't want someone to buy, 200 postcards because invariably you don't use them all usually. And so this gal said what she did, she helped create the QR code for her salon person. And then she could even go print off. You can go to CVS and print like 10 postcards or 20 postcards, which seems so much easier. I didn't know they did that. So that would be a way to just give your salon person, a little handful of them. Or if she wanted to put her link on there once she signed up, I would do that for her. So I'm kind of in the process of, working out the details for that, but I think it has a lot of potential. I actually have a sister-in-law too that's a hair salon gal back in South Carolina. So kind of talk to her a little bit, but I think the potential is great. And of course the collagen is, exploding everywhere. So, and I see the retention really good, with the collagen, which I love. So to the point where my people are, I want to help them to share it with other people. So this has good potential.
Let me say something about QR codes.
Yeah.
If you have a Samsung phone, and maybe it's just my phone, but my experience with both mine and my husband's phones is that the camera does not recognize that QR code. It doesn't scan it.
Do you have to get the app for that? Because I have a QR code reader that I can do it from there. So I don't know if that's a necessity or if you can actually just do it from your phone.
Well, so what I've realized for myself and probably other people, especially maybe at my age, is that they may go to a restaurant and they don't even know how to scan the QR code. But what if there was like a bit.ly, a short URL that they could use to go to it instead? So the postcard could have both of them on it.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
And then would the bit.ly have the ability to order from, or is it just?
Yeah, it would just go right to that same URL that the QR code does.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I just tried that with my Isogenics website with the /collagen, and it went right to the information with the before and after pictures. And when I went to click on buy now, it went right to the Beauty Afterglow bundle.
I have something to share with you guys too. Let's see if it pulls up.
I find with the iPhone, all I have to do is put my camera near the QR code and it'll pick it up.
Have no problem with
phones don't do it.
Well, these are a couple little ideas that other people have used. And again, this one up here has the QR code for the smaller bundle as well as the bigger bundle. I kind of like the layout of that. You could even do something flip side and put something like this on the back or partial that. One of the gals said that the salon person, she actually gave, the person behind the desk a little stack of probably something like this in case someone, elderly people don't usually have access to do a QR code reading and stuff. So, another way to do it, just fill out the information. So offer them two different things. But these are some ideas I kind of liked. I don't know if this one's a little busy, but on the back side, you could put, something simpler with a order thing on it or a QR code. This has kind of got the order form. It's small, but I can't really read it. So just a couple ideas of possibilities. And again, I think having a postcard 3x5 or is postcard 3x5 or 4x6? Anybody know?
Well, you can make them 4x6.
Right.
You can do either way, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit bigger might be, especially if you have a design like that. But I looked all over for this background. And then maybe it was you, Ariana, just said, somebody told me, just take a picture of the box, the inside of the box when you open it up. So I did. So now I have this image because I couldn't find it anywhere. I mean, I looked everywhere, online, Google, everywhere. So
That's a great idea.
I'm wondering, I think the document, now these are all flyers or are they all postcards?
I think this one here, top left, is a postcard, and the one on the cross down below here is a postcard. These might be flyers, these two. So this might be hard to fit on a postcard because it's a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
Right, and I would imagine that if there's a postcard with um, any sensitive information on it, that would be odd. Just to say.
Sensitive meaning what?
Well, like having a postcard where you'd put your credit card number on, or I bet that this one on the bottom right is probably also a flyer size.
Maybe.
But I bet even that would be probably difficult for somebody, because I know if I went to my salon and then they had me fill out a new sheet, they have all my credit card information. Like I would just want to hand them a credit card and say if I want to ready to buy it. So I think the most valuable document here seems to be the upper left one with the QR codes because it's modern. I mean, you can use the bottom one, but I think it's less for a salon and more like the top two look like they'd be really perfect. One's information and one's where you can buy it when you walk home, you know, after you get your nails or your facial done.
Mhm.
So
Well, and really follow up is the key. So if you're giving somebody a sample along with a card and they take it home, expecting them to use the QR code, within 5 days, I would contact them. I would make sure I had their contact information and contact them and say, hey, just curious, what did you think about the information? Did you enjoy the taste? You know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And maybe the little top left would be something that the salon gal could have by her, you know, a little display of the box or a bottle. And then when they go check out, if they do that in the salon, they could actually have this as an option to pick up that kind of a thing. And we could put that that link on there too, that they could just go to themselves if they wanted to.
Right.
what do you guys think of having on there somewhere? They have like this wonderful idea to try something for 30 days. And I think that that is really compelling. If I saw something like that at a cosmetic store or something, I would pick it up and go, you know what? I could do this for 30 days. I could try this out and I won't risk anything. So I think that having something like where the top left one, which I'm like really gravitating towards because you're right, the other one's a little bit busy, but right where that woman is, and it says try this free for 30 days. Or try a trial for 30 days and then free. And of course there'd be an asterisk and the asterisk would tell you exactly what that designates. But I think that that would be important to have on a postcard because as Kathy is saying, you know, you're going to have somebody walk away with the product in their hand. The reality is that unless they have a reason to do it on their own, they will need the support. But having that is a great incentive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Can I
have
say
the
something?
30-day money back guarantee on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say something? I know we're talking about salons, but not everybody has a salon that they can, you know, that we need this for yet. But I did want to bring up something that Amy was showing us. She was doing the, I forgot what it's called. Linktree.
Linktree.
And Linktree. And she was showing us how you could put, you know, 2 or 3 different links in there. So you could put the before and afters in there. You could put the science of isogenics in there and a buy now in the Linktree. And I like that idea. That's something I'm going to be working on this week because then I can just send one link and it goes, they can get all the information they want. And I haven't checked into it. You guys may know if Linktree makes its own QR code. But if not, I think we could do a QR code through the QR code companies.
Mm-hmm.
So we could even have the code so people could just take their phone. Like I'm just visioning that if I sent someone a Facebook message, that maybe they could just take their phone and, you know, do something like that. If they wanted to look at it or just click the link, I guess. It's in Facebook, it doesn't matter at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the link that Isogenics provides with the /collagen has all of that information along with the buy now button.
Okay, so we don't even need, you're saying we shouldn't even bother with the other stuff?
All right, if we've got that, why bother?
Okay.
It's
Question
a
for
one-stop place, you know?
one-stop shopping. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, can someone who is not an associate yet, will they have that on their website? It's one of the things we discovered with a new sign up I have. By the way, I just converted someone to an associate, pretty exciting, but she couldn't share her ISOLife. It didn't have a place in there if she stayed as a customer. So she signed up to become an associate, and then she was able to share from the ISOLife app. So I'm wondering if that's a similar issue here.
I'm sure it is, because it isn't until you become an associate that you have your own Isogenics replicated site.
Okay.
I just found out something really useful because actually, for those of you that remember Shannon Schlottman, her sister Amy rejoined, but as a customer, and now she has somebody that wants to cleanse with her. So she had just put an order in. So as long as she converts and has 100 BVs in the last 30 days, and she had just put an order in, but it wasn't 100, then she doesn't have to put a whole nother order in, is what I'm saying. So, but her active date is the date of her first order. So she was really happy about that. And now she's open to earning some money. So we'll get Shannon back eventually, maybe. She orders every once in a while.
Yeah. Cool. Great.
Well, I think this was a hodgepodge, wonderful quilt of a conversation. Thanks everybody for joining us. And we're going to have our power hours this week. I'm going to do one tomorrow at 9 Pacific, 9 in the morning Pacific. So whoever wants to join, they can. And if somebody has a better time that they want to do a power hour, just put it into the chat, the Facebook Messenger. I never know, is message or messenger? I can't figure it out. There's too many same words. So the one in Facebook where it's the We Believe a link, and let somebody know that you want to, do a power hour or a half an hour, or 15 minutes, whatever time works for you guys. I know that is where we open up the channels for the universe to give us back the action steps to take. We have to take that step though, because it's not gonna push a parked car.
Yeah. I noticed for me when I did the Hit 'em Up app this last time, several days ago, it's like what you said is like the universe just started opening up. People that I haven't heard from like for 6 months, even one person, 2 years, all of a sudden came back and said, we need to talk. This sounds interesting, And then I'm getting another enrollment tonight from it. This will be my second enrollment just from sending out all of those to past customers. And it was interesting because I sent out about the collagen. Well, the 2 enrollments I'm getting never mentioned the collagen. It's just like my name came up, and they remembered me, of course, like, oh my gosh, yeah, I do need to get back on Isogenics. So it's kind of cool. It does create that energy where just things start happening. So.
Yep. And I have to tell you, I have a collagen customer who, right when the collagen came out, she re-enrolled and ordered the collagen and then was without it for about a month. And she said, I think I lost weight when I was on that collagen. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, I haven't heard that as a side benefit, but she said, so I want to get back on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and they are running 10 to 14 days behind again. So my last auto shipment had that little letter. So just a heads up.
Yeah.
Well, that barge is free, so that big container ship is on its way, and it opens up the port for all the other ships that need to come by.
And I hope it's not going through the
Suez
Panama.
Canal.
Exactly. I was just going to say that.
All right, everyone, have a blessed evening and a great week, and come to one of the power hours. When would be another power hour that somebody knows they want to make? Madeline.
I just looked, 11 Pacific on Thursday.
Anyone else?
I'll shoot for 12 o'clock on Wednesday.
Okay. So 9 12, 11. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Not in that order, though.
Yep.
9. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
11.
You had it right. Confusing
That's
myself.
right. Yep.
All right. Enjoy your evening,
And a
everybody.
blessed Easter day.
Yes.
Blessed
Happy
Easter, everybody.
Easter.
Happy Easter and Good Friday.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Love you
And
guys.
Passover.
That was
Passover was
and
Friday.
Passover.
Saturday.
That's right. Last week. Yep.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Good
Be
night.
healthy.
Thank you.